We would be one as now we join in singing our hymn of love to pledge ourselves anew to that high cause of greater understanding of who we are and what in us is true. We would be one in living for each other to show to all a new community. Our hearts and points us on our way. As one we pledge ourselves to greater service, with love and justice strive to make us free. Oh, make us free.
We would be one, as now we join in singing our hymn of love to pledge ourselves anew to that high cause of greater understanding of who we are and what in us is true. Good morning. With these words, I welcome you to the live Sunday service of the Unitarian Universalist Church of Urbana-Champaign. I am Reverend Florence Kaplow, the lead minister of this church. I don't know about you, but this has been quite the week. That may be an understatement. And I want to acknowledge that there may be people listening this morning from many different political understandings. And so I speak this morning as a human being with deep commitments to love and justice, like you, like all of us everywhere, pondering democracy, pondering America. We seem to have crossed over a shaky bridge with a chasm below us. And we know that the perilous journey is not over. But yesterday's news shook the whole world. I was online with parents from this congregation when the news pinged on all of our cell phones simultaneously. We had all signed up for a text message. And it was just extraordinary to share that moment with our parents. And I think about this and how this may be one of those moments where years later we say to each other, where were you when the news came in? Where were you when the news came in of this giant shift? Where were you when we found out that we had elected the first woman as vice president, the first black woman as vice president, the first Southeast Asian woman as vice president? Where were you? What were you doing? Then I went out to my front porch and I hollered to my street. And then, completely unexpectedly, I began to cry. And I realized that there had been a huge weight on me that I hadn't even really known was there. Loss after loss after loss. I had no idea what a heavy burden I was carrying. Later, last night, Amy Hassinger, who happens to be one of my neighbors, organized a dance party in our street. And I went out in the dark, and I danced, and I danced, and I danced. It felt like I was dancing out all the confusion, the fear, the bewilderment of these last years. Letting in, for a moment, into my heart, the possibility of a new day. I was listening to the radio yesterday, and I heard a reporter from NPR describe how at that particular moment in the morning, he was in Rock Creek Park in Washington, D.C., in the woods, and he thought he was alone. And then he started to hear shouts of joy arising out of the forest all around him. Wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be nice after all that we have done if we could just rest for a little while? So many people in this congregation and in UU congregations around the world and around the country and in many, many different places have worked so hard in the last few months, giving everything we have in donations, in writing letters, in getting out the vote, in protecting the vote. We're tired. I know that we're tired. And yes, there is joy on the wind. But I also know from talking to people over the last day that there is a somber recognition as well of the shakiness of where we are now. So I invite you to savor the joy, but get ready. Because here's the truth of this, and I think we all know this. As Unitarian Universalists, regardless of how this election may ultimately go, and there are still open questions, our work for a true justice, for a true democracy, is not over. America, our America, is hurting. It's been hurting for a long time now, not just these last 4 years. And if we learn one thing from this election, we do
We light this chalice, symbol of our Unitarian Universalist tradition, to mark out this time together as special and worthy. If you have a chalice or a candle at home, we invite you to join us in lighting it and speaking these shared words, as printed on your screen and in your order of service.
As we kindle this flame, we reignite our commitment to our congregational mission to build community, seek inspiration, promote justice, and find peace.
Come, let us spend this time together.
Hey, hey, ho, 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 hum. What's going on? Well, I'm trying to think of a chant that's interesting and that will, help me feel connected and good. And what's a chant? Well, a chant is a sort of a rhythmic set of words to a pattern that you can say over and over again. You can say it with your friends, you can say it with your community members, and you can say it at the same time, or you can say it when you're by yourself. And it reminds you what you care about and reminds each other what we care about. And right now it's really important that remember it was important to count every vote. We did that. And it's still important to stay organized with each other. What about the peace poets? The peace poets. The peace poets. Yeah, they have a lot of great chants. That's great. Oh, I know one we could do. Sing it! Okay, I'll sing it. It goes, we need to vote and organize. Freedom will come when the people rise. We need to vote and organize. Freedom will come when the people rise. What is to rise? Well, to rise is when, like at the UU service, where people are going to sing, and we say rise in body or spirit, and so then we lift our intentions up together to join with everyone else's intentions. So to vote, which a lot of us did, and to organize, which is to work together, that freedom will come when the people rise. Freedom will come when we lift our spirits together and we take care of each other and remember what's important to us. Sing it again! Okay, we need to vote and organize. Freedom will come when the people rise. We need to vote and organize. Freedom will come when the people rise. We need to vote and organize. Freedom will come when the people rise. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. So you can repeat that chant anytime. You can teach it to your friends. You can do it together. And it's a nice way to come together. We need to vote and organize. Freedom will come when the people rise. We need to vote.
Last week, we walked around West Urbana distributing trash bags with stapled flyers explaining the goods that we wanted people to donate if they had them. Those were warm winter clothes and non-perishable goods.
This week, we rode around on our bikes to pick up the donations.
Okay. Oh, like down.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, I'm gonna put this empty bag here so we can throw it away.
If you'd like to donate, there are bins outside of the Tanny Murray Foundation.
And the Cunningham Township for the next month.
Good morning. My name is Jim Hannum, and I'm here to talk about the Shared Offering Program. It's time to choose the organizations that our church will support next year for the Shared Offering Program, and we need your help. All members and friends of the church are invited to nominate organizations for the program in 2021. This is a wonderful chance to nominate and help support a group that's doing important work in our community and beyond. We're looking for organizations in alignment with our UU values. They can be local, state, national, or even international. We choose 11 organizations from those that are nominated, and then each is featured for a month during the 2021 calendar year. Our Partner Churches program is always our 12th group. Did you know that each shared offering organization usually receives over $2,000 in donations for their good work? For more information, look in this last week's e-news. There are a couple of important dates coming up very soon. The first of these is November 15th. That's the last day to submit your nominations, and you'll find the nomination form in the e-news. The even more important date is Sunday, November 22nd at 2 p.m. That is when we'll be hosting a Zoom meeting to select the organizations. All members and friends of the church are welcome to come to that meeting and help in the selection process. So please get involved and help us choose the groups to support during the coming year. Thank you.
Today's service is aptly titled, "Where do we go from here?" That's definitely the question I'm asking myself. How do I work with others for justice when the challenges seem so hard? How can we make a difference during this pandemic? Luckily, there's a small step we can take right now. We can support the Unitarian Universalist Service Committee. For over 80 years, UUSC has been helping people around the world. They create relationships with frontline grassroots movements that support marginalized communities. This work is especially important during this pandemic. UUSC is providing flexible support and encouraging their partners to pivot as needed in response to the pandemic. UUSC does amazing work advancing human rights and social justice, and they provide great resources to help educate folks of all ages about these needs. They help inspire and empower us to work for the challenges that we face to overcome them. Throughout this month, our RE program will be sharing stories with you through the Guest at Your Table program. Contact Michelle Grove or me if you'd like to participate. I ask that each person help support the work of UUSC in the way that best fits your circumstances and gifts. You can donate now via text or at our website or send a check to the church. You may also participate in the Guest at Your Table program and share information on your social media feeds. Thank you for your commitment.
Each Sunday, we bring our individual joys and sorrows to this time together. When we were in the sanctuary, we would also sing together a beautiful blessing song. And I invite you now to listen, let this song wash over you, or join in. This is also an opportunity to send in a joy or sorrow that you're carrying, that you would like shared aloud this morning. And if you wish, you can also, if you prefer not to have it shared aloud, you can share it in the chat on our YouTube channel. Enjoy our blessing song. Thank you all who sent in joys and sorrows to be shared aloud today. By sharing our joys and sorrows, we deepen and sustain community with one another. A joy from Beth Simpson. Joy for the people who came together on Wednesday to connect and ground in solidarity to protect our vote. I fully believe it has been our collective, clear stance that prevented much greater trouble than we've seen. Let's keep it up. From Amy Hassinger. It's such a joy to have something to celebrate, and especially to be a part of this hopeful, hard-working community. Love to all. Amy Hassinger and Adam Davis. From Jim and Sandy Hannum. Our daughter-in-law, Miriam, will become an American citizen this week. Miriam and our daughter, Christy, live in the D.C. area. Congratulations, Miriam. From Sam Bashir's. Joy for the election result, which means that there is an opening for all, for at least the next 4 years, to plan and decide how I can best work for social justice. Yes, Sam. And that I don't have to be part of a resistance against our own government. From Jerry Carton. Remembering my brother Steve, he would have been 69 today. He left us way too early, 29 years ago. From Paul Weston. A joy. Thanks to Sally Fritchie's inspired suggestion made at the end of last Sunday's fellowship hour, I abandoned my evilly glowing computer screen last Tuesday, Election Day, to roam the sublimely peaceful space of the Sangamon River Forest Preserve. Enjoying the supreme artistry of nature at its best has the power to, for a while at least, restore the soul. From Sally Fitchie, a candle of healing for Jessica Augustin, who had sinus surgery on Thursday. Recovery is going smoothly with lots of naps and some hearty meals provided by UUCUC's Care Corps. We're thinking of you, Jessica. And from Julie Lout, please keep my best friend, Malia, and her daughter Aurelia in your thoughts as Malia begins chemo and radiation for multiple myeloma. And if, for some reason, your joy or sorrow didn't make it through the labyrinths of email connections, we'll make sure to publish it in the e-news this week. We will now have a time of prayer, meditation, and reflection to the beautiful music provided by our Assistant Music Director, Matthew. This year, an important new book came out from the Pulitzer Prize-winning writer Isabel Wilkerson. Her book, Caste: The Origin of Our Discontents, looks unflinchingly at the racial sources of what we have seen, the rising up of a large portion of the American electorate, mostly, though not entirely white, exultantly embracing views that some of us naively thought were close to dead and gone in America. And that electorate continuing to choose, even in the face of chaos and disaster at the highest levels. Here is a brief reading from Caste. America is an old house. We can never declare the work over. When you live in an old house, you may not want to go into the basement after a storm to see what the rains have wrought. Choose not to look, however, at your own peril. The owner of an old house knows that whatever you are ignoring will never go away. Whatever is lurking will fester, whether you choose to look or not. Ignorance is no protection from the consequences of inaction. Whatever you are wishing away will gnaw at you until you gather the courage to face what you would rather not see. Many people may rightly say, I had nothing to do with how this all started. I have nothing to do with the sins of the past. My ancestors never attacked indigenous people, never owned slaves. And yet, not one of us was here when this house was built. But here we are, the current occupants of a property with stress cracks and bowed walls and fissures built into the foundation. We are the heirs to whatever is right or wrong with it. We did not erect the uneven pillars or joists, but they are ours to deal with now. And any further deterioration is, in fact, on our hands. It is a danger to the species and to the planet to have this depth of unexamined grievance and discontent in the most powerful nation in the world. A single election will not solve the problems that we face if we haven't dealt with the structure that created the imbalance to begin with. The song you're about to hear was written by Bernice Johnson Reagan of the a cappella group Sweet Honey in the Rock. Written in 1988, Ella's song is about Ella Baker, a community organizer in the movement for civil rights. She brought ordinary people together in hundreds of communities, building skills, confidence, and leadership for the people. This recording of Ella's song was sung by the choir of the UU Church of the Monterey Peninsula, where the former ministers of this church, Axel and Elaine Guermont, now serve.
We who believe in freedom cannot rest. We who believe in freedom cannot rest until it comes. We who believe in freedom cannot rest. We who believe in freedom cannot rest until the killing of a black man most is that I get a chance to work with people, passing on to others that which was passed on to me. We who believe in freedom cannot rest. We who believe in freedom cannot rest until last. The young people come first. They have the courage where we fail. And if I can but shed some light as they carry us through the gale. The older I get, the better I know that the secret of my going on is when the reins are in the hands of the young prepared to run against the storm. We who believe in freedom cannot rest. We who believe in freedom cannot rest until last. Not needing too much for power, needing a light just to shine on me. I need to be one in the number as we stand against tyranny. Struggling myself don't mean a whole lot. I've come to realize that teaching others to stand up and fight is the only way our struggles survive. We who believe in freedom cannot rest. We who believe in freedom cannot rest until last. I'm a woman who speaks in a voice, and I must be heard. Sometimes I can be quite difficult. How about no magic words? Oh, we who believe in freedom cannot rest. We who believe in freedom cannot rest until last.
I was called to this congregation about 3.5 years ago. I think at that time we couldn't have possibly imagined what we were going to go through together in these last 3 years. So many things. The Kavanaugh confirmation, the COVID epidemic, the on and on. I could name many things. And I don't know if we could have imagined the last week that we've had together either. But it's beautiful to be sharing this moment with you all as well. I wanted to share the words of our new Vice President-elect, Kamala Harris, dressed all in white last night in honor of the suffragists who fought for the right to vote for women. These were her words, her very first words. Congressman John Lewis, before his passing, wrote, "Democracy is not a state, it is an act." And what he meant was that America's democracy is not guaranteed. It is only as strong as our willingness to fight for it, to guard it, and never take it for granted. And protecting our democracy takes struggle. It takes sacrifice. But there is a joy in it because we, the people, have the power to build a better future. She is telling us both thank you for the work that we've done, and our work is not over. And I want to say thank you to all of you, because I know, and I've heard from many of you, all that you did to allow, support, encourage everyone who could vote in this election to vote. Thank you for your great efforts. Thank you. One of the things I wanted to try this week, since we can't all be together and be sharing what we're feeling, was this new app called Mentimeter. And about 30 of you did this. We put it in the e-news, and I asked you to provide 3 words that reflected how you were feeling this week. And we have this to show you right now, so take a look there on your screen. If you're away from your screen, you might want to go see it. And again, this was done between Thursday when the e-news went out and Saturday at noon. So depending on when it was filled out, there might have been a great range of possible responses. However, what I'm struck by are the biggest words. So the biggest words are the ones in a word cloud that were named the most often. And what do you see right in the middle of the Mentimeter? Hopeful. Now, it's not the only word there. You have sad and worried, cautious, scared, elated, angry, energized, patient, resolved, frustrated, insomnia. I'm sure that's many people. Overwhelmed, steadfast, disbelief, but hopeful is in the center. And I think probably most of the 30 people who did this filled it out before we knew the results of the election. And I think that says a lot about us. We knew that no matter what the results of the election would be, that there were millions and millions of people dedicated to justice, dedicated to the work ahead. This is something to be hopeful about. Friends and beloveds, there is sickness at the heart of America. There is blood mixed in the mortar of our foundation. This is what Isabel Wilkerson is saying to us in the reading I gave earlier. This is more than protecting democracy. We have seen how vulnerable our democracy is, how vulnerable our society is. As each day now, more than 100,000 people are contracting COVID-19. Pandemic hitting us harder than anywhere in the world. This is not someone else's work. This is our work. Especially, and this is not true of everyone listening this morning, but especially if your life is comfortable. If your life is pretty easy, even with everything going on, take a moment to recognize that about your life. Not everyone is in this situation. There are people struggling now just to survive from one day to the next, from one breath to the next. So those of us who have some sense of safety, some sense of comfort, we particularly have work to do. We can get in there with our hands, with our shoulders, with our backs, and start to repair that foundation. Because here's the thing, friends. If you have an old house, you know that just because your foundation has some difficulties doesn't mean that that house can't last hundreds of years more if you're willing to do the work to repair that foundation, if you're willing to go down into the basement and see what's there and do that work. We must be brave. My colleague Elizabeth Stevens wrote a reflection poem that says it all. It's called a post-election poem. Oh, my dear ones, I know you are hoping for a once and done, for an earthquake, a tidal wave, hoping that if we gave it our all, a single push would be enough. But after this, we could sink back into complacency, back into the comfort of our privilege. I confess, in the secret corners of my heart, I wanted to believe that it could be that easy, that justice would emerge as from an egg, fully grown, not with wet down and weak wings. But beloveds, we are chipping away at a mountain, not a boulder. Calcified structures created to oppress, control, kill thousands of years with this stupid idea that some are more worthy, some deserve power by virtue of who they are, what they look like, which tribe they claim. Erosion is slow work, sweethearts. Celebrate the progress, the triumphs. Celebrate also the heartbreaking almosts. Breathe. Rest for a time. Then get up and turn again toward kindness, toward your neighbor in need, toward those who are still trapped in the stone. Tell them, I won't give up. Tell them, I am with you. Tell them, for you I will learn to eat rocks. For you I will keep chewing, keep grinding, until the mountain crumbles to dust. Rest, my dears. Rest this weekend. Walk in the woods. And tomorrow, get up and turn again towards kindness. Go down to the stairs to your basement and roll up your sleeves. And I would take this poem just a little further. There's a change I would make to the end because I don't think it's a matter of our neighbors in need and those of us perhaps less in need helping. We've seen this here. We are in this together. Our seventh principle of interdependence reminds us of this. So I would change the end just a little. Then get up and turn towards kindness. Tell each other, we won't give up. Tell each other, we are here for each other. And from another friend in the ministry, Reverend Audette Fulbright, for all of us and all the beloveds who have to watch again and again as so many turn away from the demands of love and deny full humanity to our kin, full human dignity. Yet we continue on this road together, remembering even when it is hard that we have the power of each other, and if we stay engaged and do not turn away, we can be the change for which the world cries out. And I want to remind you, this does not have to be grim. Remember the dancing that happened across the country and across the world yesterday. As Kamala Harris reminded us, there is joy in the struggle. It is actually more alive and more joyful to be engaged. Maybe you felt that a little as you sent letters and postcards, as you walked the neighborhoods with literature. I have been participating in some national calls to protect the vote, and one of the organizers said this thing that's just really stayed with me. The revolution will be joyful. The revolution will be joyful. Let's do this. Let's go forward with joy. That's where we can go from here, manifesting Martin Luther King's vision of the real America, the one not yet born. We'll have a little music now from the Illinois UU Congregation's Democracy Revival, led by Reverend Karen Mooney. If you watch closely, you will see some members of our choir.
There is more peace somewhere, more peace somewhere. I'm gonna keep on till I find it. More peace, more peace. I'm gonna keep on till I find it. There is more peace somewhere. There is more love somewhere. There is more love somewhere. I'm gonna keep on till I find it. There is more love somewhere. There is more hope somewhere. There is more hope somewhere. I'm gonna keep on till I find it. There is more hope somewhere. There is more joy somewhere. There is more joy somewhere. I'm gonna keep on till I find it. There is more joy somewhere.
I want to close with these words by the UU minister Aaron Payson, based on Howard Thurman's poem, The Work of Christmas. It's called The Work of Citizenship. When the last campaign ad has aired, when polling stations are closed and the count has been certified, when pundits and politicians have turned in for the night, and posters and political operatives are turning their thoughts to the next big race, the work of citizenship remains. To care more for the marginalized than for profit margins. To be mindful that quality education is far less expensive than mass incarceration. To insist that military intervention is a last resort, not as a preemptive prerogative of the powerful. In short, to know that our true wealth is the welfare of all beings and the planet that we all call home. Blessings to all of you in this week ahead. And also, I'd love to see or hear from you in the fellowship hour immediately after the service. Both Reverend Sally Fritchie and I will be there. We'd love to hear your stories about how this week has affected you. Many blessings.
We resist, we refuse to let hatred in. We rise up, we won't back down. We're in this till the end. We resist, we refuse to let hatred in. We rise up, we won't back down. We're in this till the end. We resist, we refuse to let hatred in. We rise up, we won't back down. We're in this till the end. We resist, we refuse to let hatred in. We rise up, we won't back down. We're in this till the end. We resist. Pray for your enemies. Welcome the stranger. Show love to your neighbor. We're in this till the end. We resist. Pray for your enemies. Welcome the stranger. Show love to your neighbor. We're in this till the end. We resist. Pray for your enemies. Welcome the stranger. Show love to your neighbor. We're in this till the end. Pray for your enemies. Welcome the stranger. Show love to your neighbor. We're in this till the end. We're in this till the end.
We extinguish our chalice with these shared words written by Unitarian Universalist minister Reverend Elizabeth Selly Jones.
We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.